So let's talk about what we have for coming week. All right. So this week gonna be week number 19. All right. Next week, coming week, right? Okay, because last week we just had the FOMC rate decision, FOMC meeting minutes, all this kind of stuff, right? FOMC, sorry, the what do we call it, conference or announcement. So this week, the next week is going to be a little bit slower, but I don't think it's going to be a lot slower, just a little bit only. Okay, so what do I mean? So by Monday, of course, we don't have much on Monday, but from Tuesday onward, right, market is going to be quite busy. We don't really have much of the US dollar news, but we have other currency related news, right? We have a Aussie, right? We have a Aussie, we have a British pound, right? We have a British pound, all those stuff, okay? And there's something that I want you to really take note of, okay? This guy, all right? This guy have been kind of traveling for quite some time actually. Because of not much of the retail traders are not really into bond, right? Because bond is supposed to be boring, but in reality, bond is the biggest market in the world. Okay, so these are for the bigger than the bigger boys game. Okay, so there's some issue happening on the bonds auction recently. All right, and because of this auction, right, what happened was that this Treasury. They have started to openly talk about, they are going to buy back their own bond. Okay, so no, why they want to buy back their own bond? Of course, nobody want to. I mean, there are lesser people want to buy. Okay, not say nobody. Lesser people want to buy now. So lesser demand now. So they are going to buy their own bond. So you imagine if lesser and lesser people want to buy, what will happen? The price of the particular bonds will drop, right? Correct. Price of the particular bond will drop, right? If let's say nobody want to buy, so if the bond price drop, what will happen to the yield price? What will happen to the yield of it? So yield is inversely proportionate, right? Because of the bond price, lesser people want to buy, the yield will be keep on going higher. Am I right? So the bond price and the yields are inversely correlated, right? Okay. So now, because of there are lesser and lesser people interested in buying US bonds, so what they're going to do is they're going to buy their own bond. Okay, they're going to buy back their own bond. So basically what they are doing is they are putting the flooring on the price. So the price will not fall lower than certain level. You got what I mean? So they will be the last people to come in and buy their own bond. So because the price keep on going lower, that means the yield will keep on higher, right? So the moment they so-called, what we call it, they hold the price, I mean, whoever want to sell below this price, right, they will buy back their own bond, right? So what happened? The yield cannot go up anymore, right? So basically what they are doing right now is they are putting ceiling on the yield. You got my point now? They are putting ceiling on the yield. So it can have a very big impact on the market. Okay, so just to want you guys to check. Okay, there is another country that did something similar to what U.S. Treasury is talking about. That means buying their own bond. Do you think which country is it? Which country is it? What do you think? They did the similar condition, similar so-called activities. Who did that? Which country? Just give me an answer, guys. What do you think? So US is not the first one that done this. I mean, there's another guy that do it, that big one. Japan, yes. All right. Japan have been buying their own bond for don't know donkey years already. So basically the whole Japanese bond, right? They are their own money, their own bond, and they buy back their own. Okay, so now my point is that okay, so now we know it's Japan. So what happened to Japanese yen? What happened? Eventually Japanese yen price collect. Am I right to say? Now is Japanese yen like very cheap now, right? So this is what is likely to happen. I don't think it will happen immediately because everything takes time, right? They need to take times and they need to have an impact, like a cause and effect, right? So the point here is that if they start to do this, it can be a very beginning of all other assets will fly against US dollars. Okay, so immediately may not fly, but that will be the direction that they are heading into. You got my point now? Okay, so I like in that sense, you can say already, like in the longer run, gold is very bullish, silver is very bullish. All kind of things are very bullish against US dollars already. You got my point? So these guys are starting to follow the footstep of Japanese Japanese so-called central bank. So this is going to be a very important. We need to see whether they really do that or not. Of course, they will do it lah, but we need to see the action. So this is the reason why I would say it's very important. There was a schedule that they were, they have a so-called tentative schedule that they will buy back their own bond. I mean, we can go back and take a look. I think I shared it somewhere last week, and go back and take a look. And there's a date for that as well. So the moment they start buying their own bond, I think the effect will be eventually US dollar will go lower. Okay. Especially against commodity, not against other currency. If other country also do the same thing, I mean, what a point, right? But against like gold, silver, then I think those price will goes up higher. Okay, you got my point now. So this is going to be a very important one. Okay, so people want to take a note of it. And this number one. Number two thing is that I want you to check this one out. I think I have already mentioned already last week, right? People only focus pretty much on the rate only, right? I was telling, hey, don't just look at the rate. They were likely not cutting the rate. We need to look into QT. They might likely talk about QT, and it turned out to be correct. Basically, they are reducing their QT amount. So basically what they are doing, QT is if you put it simply, like it is similar to sucking the money out from the system. I mean, put it this way, a little bit complicated, but if you put it bluntly, actually sucking the liquidity out from the system. So they are now slowing down their QT. I think almost half, if I'm not wrong. So basically what they are doing is that they are leaving money in the system instead of sucking out as usual. Right. So I think this can be quite a bullish case scenario in the market also. Okay. So I think in that sense, what Federal Reserve just did was that they announced another QE. Less QT mean, I mean, you can tilt toward QE, right? So I think that can be quite bullish to the market also. So two things, they buying their own bond is can be weaken their US dollars in the longer run. And another thing is that leaving the money in the system can be bullish in the market as well. These are all fundamental conditions. So fundamental as all fundamental goes, market will take some time to so-called reflect. Okay, so this is on the two data. Okay, so now let's talk about what we have for the coming week. Okay, so I have a few recommendations. To be precise, I have 3 recommendations next week. Okay, we will go through one by one. Okay, British pound. Okay, British pound, as you can see, we have already reached our expected target. All right. So currently what is happening right now is I'm neutral on this because as you can see, as the market go higher and higher, they have a lot of so-called congested level to fight upon. So I'm neutral because I find other pairs that can be, have a better chance, right? I will take it away already. This one is done. Okay, so resistance is 1.26, 1.27, 1.275, 1.28. Support is 1.245, 1.237, and 1.23. Okay, the another one is euro. All right. Okay, euro also quite similar. Okay, we can see that the market have already gone up quite a lot, and it is starting to reach to some high level already. All right, and moreover, look at the retail traders. Retail traders are already minus 81. So basically, what they are trying to do, basically, as the market go up higher, retail trader at their short position, right? So they will hold until they cannot hold anymore, right? Because retail trader like to fight against the market. And I think they are really starting to be a bit, extreme. So I will not really so suggest to buy, in my opinion. It's a little bit too late to buy, I would rather say. All right. Should I short or not? Not as well. I think I will only want to short somewhere around 1.08, this kind of level. So I will be neutral rather. All right. So same thing, similar to British pound. 1.0, 1.086, 1.09, 1.09 is important, 1.097, 1.097 also important. Support 1.072, 1.065, and 1.061. So basically, they are both these are all neutral. All right, another one is Aussie. Okay, Aussie and New Zealand's are slightly better than just now the British pound and euro, because they are consider they are consider what we call it they are consider what we call it a commodity pair. All right. But if so, they have like two group. First group is British pound euro. Another one is Aussie New Zealand. Right. So I already mentioned that Aussie New Zealand are more bullish than British pound euro. Okay, now we compare these two fella, which is Aussie and New Zealand. Let's talk about Aussie first. Okay, so as you can see, Aussie, right, the retail traders are already minus 91. So and it's one also a little bit too extreme, right? So we have a bit of a potential pullback as well. So I'm slightly bullish only. All right, slightly bullish only. So let's talk about New Zealand. Okay, hang on now. Stay on the Aussie, backtrack a bit. Aussie resistance 0.664 and 0.669, 0.669 is important, and 0.675. Support is 0.652, 0.646, and 0.64. Okay. Another one is New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand. Let's talk about New Zealand. New Zealand is, I would say, slightly better than Aussie. Okay, one of the reason because hang on. One of the reason because just now the Aussie was minus 91. This is minus 85. They are not much different, but I would say better than Aussie, right? So I think market can slightly go up higher further. Okay, you can see my projection is already come true, right? So I'm gonna take it away first. So what is the next projection? I'm expecting market can go to this congested level. Hang on, this congested level. So now this level is kind of like a lighter color. So I think they can go to next congested level of this, namely 0.607 region. Okay, so this is gotta be a blue color, right? So I'm gonna put it in the blue color. Okay, so I'm expecting this. So resistance 0.603, 0.608, and 0.61. Okay. Support 0.594, 0.589, and 0.585. Okay. So this will be my first KIB for today. Okay. I have more later. All right. So out of these four, I think New Zealand is the most better looking one in my opinion. All right. So on the upside, okay. Now let's talk about gold and silver. Okay. Okay, there's some minor problem with gold and silver. All right. If you go and read our market composition report that I have posted a few hours back in our inner circle, you will get what I mean. Okay, there's a market composition telling me that there are some bearish pressure stay in the market, especially for gold and silver. Okay, so I will not be so bullish on gold and silver. Okay, so it's just that I mean what I'm trying to say is that market will likely to drift lower before they bottoming up. Okay, so I think I will skip buying from these two fella. All right, so I feel that the better place for me to buy gold is somewhere around here. Maybe a little bit too overstretched, right? Maybe you can say that, hey, Joe, you wish lah, you wait long lah, maybe you're right on that also. But to me, the better place for me to buys are here. Okay, so we wait. I think we should wait for a while lah, see how. Okay, so I'm not so bearish either. So I think market will do some pulling back before they go back up higher. So obviously the market trend is up, guys. So I will not be selling, but I would rather wait for a good level to buy. Okay, so neutral. Since the overall trend is bullish, I will wait for a buy condition. Resistance 2339, 235, 2395, 2410. Support 2260, 2222, and 2169. Okay, another one is silver. Okay, silver also same problem. Okay. Okay, so silver, I'm expecting some pullback down first before they go back eventually higher. The good level to buy in is around, like for example, around here, 25.6, and even the better one is around 24.5 region. You got my point, huh? So gold and silver both, I'm not so keen to buy next week. All right, resistance 27.1, 27.5, 28.5. Support 26.1, 25.6, and 25.3. Okay, hang on. All right, so move on to the US dollar Canadian. All right. US dollar Canadian, nothing really much to talk about. We really have a very good run on the last Friday. We have a NFP trade. Of course, we market kind of go as per what we expected. We expect market to pull down, and eventually go up higher. There was a bit of patience involved. So anyway, I think going forward, I think the US dollar Canadian will be slightly bullish. I think market can at least go to this level, 1.372. So if you want to sell, definitely not Monday. You need at least better let the market go here, price action. So earliest you should say is on Tuesday. All right. So no hurry at all. So resistance 372, 1.375, and 1.379. Support 1.364, 1.358, and 1.351. Okay, let's move on. Another one is US dollar CHF. If the Swiss franc is going to rise up soon, means the US dollar Swiss franc is likely to go lower soon as well. So I think market will likely to eventually go back up a bit and going to go a lot lower in my opinion. So we have a very good setup coming up. So I'm expecting US dollar CHF to go down lower. So we have, you can roughly say this like a, head and shoulder kind of thingy going on right now. All right. So we were likely to wait and sell will be the better choice. Okay. So only look for a short, gentlemen. This will be my second KIB for the next week. Okay. So we are looking for a bearish. I'm expecting somewhere around 0.915, 0.917 likely. So resistance 0.917, 0.912, 0.915, 0.917, and 0.922. Support 0.90, 0.89, and 0.888. Okay. So now here come the first recommendation of this week. Okay, so as you already know, last week, right, that Japan already so-called intervened already. All right, so this is not our first time intervening, and I think this is not going to be the last time either. All right, so I think US dollar JPY is going to go a lot lower in my opinion. Just like US dollar CHF, I think maybe we have a bit of like, this kind of thing going on right now. So I think market will likely to drift to the lower end in my opinion. So same thing, either you short or you wait and short is up to you. All right, I think I will wait and short. Right, so let's see how it goes. All right, but anyway, it's stay on the downward looking bias at the moment. Okay, market, when they really intervene, they will not try to lose their face. Like eventually they win or not win is another matters, but in the immediate term, they will definitely keep on intervening. They don't want this US dollar JPY to go higher than 160. Japanese central bank is also very powerful one, right? So they will not let the market go past 160. So they will come in again, they will intervene again. So what for we fight against the central bank, right? So it's going to go down again. All right. So stay on the sell side. So this will be my first recommendation of this week. You can short US dollar JPY if you want to. All right. So, resistance is 154, 160, 154, 155, 156, and 160. Support is 151, 149, and 148. Okay. So you can choose to sell immediately or wait. Is a little bit up to us in a way, but the direction is more or less on the downside. Okay. All right. Another one is US market. Okay, so while they are loading, just to have a quick recap, I have one recommendation: US dollar JPY short, New Zealand long is KIV, and US dollar CHF short is also KIV. All right, so let's move on. Okay, US market, right? US market is slightly bullish. I think market will likely to drift up a little bit higher first. All right, so 38.7, 39.2, 39.5. Support 38.2, 37.7, and 37.2. Okay, like I already mentioned to you already, because of the because of the QT tapering, it can have some bullish case scenario. Okay, so just go with the flow first. I'm not going to short next week. Okay, another one is Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong teach me one very, very, very one big lesson. One big lesson this week. Okay, the market will never stop teaching you, guys. You see, we put too much money on the table. All right, sometimes if you want to fight, if you want to win the market, you have to win yourself. You see, we should have been holding, right? So if we hold this, wow, we should have made a lot of money. So I think I need to work on my controlling myself, all right? Because sometimes our analysis is in a way that we are too early. Okay, we are too early. And when the market going in our favor, we are a little bit chicken out to add position also. So this is the two things that I need to work on myself. Okay. So, well, anyway, so I think Hong Kong is now everybody know. Okay, we have been talking about Hong Kong bullishness for how long? What do you think? I think last 3 months, right? We have been talking about Hong Kong is bullish, Hong Kong is bullish, right? But now everybody know. Okay, anyway, so I think going forward, right, Hong Kong is going to be in the longer run, in the bull run. All right, so stay on the buy side lah. Wait and buy, wait and buy. All right, wait and buy, wait and buy. Okay, so I will stay on the bullish side. Okay, so resistance 18.7, 18.9, 19K. Support 17.6, 17, and 60.1. Okay, sometimes social media is also a bad thing actually. Trading buy right should be a personal thing. All right, maybe because sometimes because we are pressure to show result. Okay, so it's like you win, you want to show they're winning to the people, you want to show it in your social media, end up you put too much money on the table. I mean, you take profit too early. Because you want to show that you are right, correct, So that's why there's people say, you want to make money or you want to prove that you're right. There's sometimes they are not the same thing. So this is something that we need to work on ourselves lah. All right. Okay. Anyway, it's at least stay win is a stay win. All right. So which is good. I have one gentleman. I didn't ask whether I can allow to tell his identity or not, but I'm sure you guys know already. It's in our group, in our inner circle. Yep, he made quite a very good, decent amount of money from Hong Kong index. Okay, next, German DAX, I'm neutral, slightly bullish, nothing much to talk about. 18.1, 18.4K, 18.5K resistance, support 17.8, 17.6, 17.5. Okay. All right, let's move on to the oil price. Okay, the oil price is slightly different because they have some geopolitical condition involved because of the this Israel and Palestine, they kind of like a ceasefire for a while, right? So that's caused that's loosen up the tension a little bit. So that's why the oil price is dropping, right? So I think they can drop a little bit lower first. Okay, I think they are near to some support level. So let's see how it's go. All right. I think we are stay too early for us to talk about bullishness. Let the market bottom first. So I'm slightly bearish. 84 resistance 85.8 and 87.9, support 77.7, 76, and 74.3. Okay, so these are the crude oil. Crude oil is, I would say, slightly bearish. Okay, here come the another fellas. We have already taken our profit already. So this is the wheat. Okay, I would like to show you something that on that technical chart. Okay, so I'm expecting wheat to be very, very bullish in the next. I think they are going to break out up higher. So I think we should add wheat in the coming week. Okay, so I'm very bullish, and this will be my second recommendation next week. All right, if you have if you're looking for any recommendation on the pair, look into buying wheats. Okay, I mean, it can go immediately, but likely to go immediately soon. Okay, wheat is looking very bullish, and they are ready to break out, in my opinion. All right, so resistance 630, 650, 650 is important. Another one is 667. Support 593, 558, and 538. So wheat will be my second recommendation for next week. All right, another one is soybean. All right. Soybean, we have two positions, remember, and both of them are in the profit right now. Just a minute, both of them are in the profit right now, so you are right along. Okay. Since I already have this line, I will take it already. Since it already happened, so I think market is going to go a lot higher. So soybean is also bullish. Resistance 1225, 1243, and 1250. Support 1175, 1151, and 1133. Okay. Another one is corn. Corn also not bad. All right, corn is also not bad. So all these three of them are quite bullish actually. All right, but corn, I think market is, since they touch already, they are just making some minor pullback. So I think sooner or later they will go back up higher. So hang on, resistance 466, 472, and 480. Support 451, 444, and 425. Okay, so let me repeat. Among these three, I think wheat is the best. Okay, so that's the reason why I will be recommending wheat for the next week. All right, so among these three, all of them are more or less bullish, but wheat should be the best. Okay, so far, okay, just a quick recap. I have two recommendations. Okay, the first one is wheat on the buy. Sorry, the first one is US dollar JPY on the buy side. Second one is wheat on the buy side. Okay, so now let's take a look on the BTC. Okay, so BTC, we have a very good stop hunting mode that coming in. So I am not really so eager on the selling at this moment. Okay, let me show you the reason as well. Okay, hang on. This guy, you can see the money printing or stable coin minting, whatever we would like to call it, they are still going strong, you know. Okay, so I expect market to be likely to stay bullish than bearish at this moment. Okay, so I will not so eager to sell at this moment. Okay, I will not be recommending buy or sell at this moment, but I will not be selling. Okay, resistance A600, sorry, 6800, 69K and 70K. Support 61.8, 58.4 and 56.9. Okay, so move on. Natural gas. Natural gas is another happy one. All right. And you also can see that the last week, the price action is very bullish. So I'm expecting natural gas to go up a lot higher. They have a very big gap for them to fill up. Okay, so I'm pretty bullish on natural gas as well. This will be my third recommended pair for the coming week. Okay, so first one is US dollar JPY short, second one is week long, then third one is natural gas on the buy side. Okay, so yeah, these are the recommendation. Now you know already. Resistance 2.1, 2.2, 2.5. All right, support 1.77, 1.65, and 1.57. Okay, so just let me repeat on the recommendation. Okay, next week we have few items that we need to watch upon. Next week gonna be a lesser than last week, but still gonna be a busy week. Okay, watch out for all the individual forex rate decision, and also watch out for this bond auction as well. I think it's gonna be very important. So these are the news. And as for recommendation, I have US dollar JPY short. We have a week long and we have a new natural gas. Sorry, I repeat. US dollar JPY short, week long, and next gas long. And I have two KIV. First one is New Zealand long on KIV, and the second one is US dollar CHF on KIV. So that's why we got 3 recommendation and 2 KIV. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Hang on for a while. Let me hand it over to Brozor. And yeah, hang on.